Cadger Money.
Sick guy.
In Long Beach.
Simone.
Welcome to the motherfucking booth.
Thank you, Tony Malou, for inviting me into the booth.
Absolutely. I was so surprised to see you at the beach, just randomly.
Yep, I was at the beach, where I belong.
Eventually we'll get back to the start and we'll go from beginning to end, but you know, I run into you at the beach.
Right.
In Long Beach. Like,
right.
What's going on right now? You're just like, you're drifting.
I rented a van from the Hertz in the Marriott, and I got in the van, and I've just been basically hitting up people through the DM on Instagram and going back and forth here and there. Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, and then made my way to Long Beach.
So this Marriott is in California?
Yeah, it's by the Staples Center.
Oh, how'd you get out to California?
I flew on a plane.
With your bike and...
With my bike.
Minimal possessions.
Yes. Bike, drum, camera bag, and a suitcase. It was kind of a lot to carry, actually, at the airport. I put my bike in a box. So I put it in like a 62-inch linear box instead of a golf bag because...
I know those days.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've been doing it so many times. I just keep doing it. I think I just like the challenge of putting a box together.
So you just go to the bike shop, you get a bike box.
Well, I got...
You have to cut it down to
this time I used a TV box that I just had laying around my house. Decent. In my booth, in my studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where I lay down tracks at Catch Money SoundCloud.
Oh man, I definitely want to touch.
2018.
I need to touch on that at some point. Okay,
Produce me.
So you put your bike in a TV box and you fly to California, and now you're on like how long of a mission, hiatus, would you call it?
Dude,
escape.
As long as I can possibly go, as just trying to be a BMX rider. And just trying to go everywhere that I possibly can. And I knew I was due for a trip to California. So, like, I got fired from my job. And I was like, that's funny. Well, see ya. It's time for me to go back to California.
All right, let's take it back.
To win.
Born in California, which is new to me. You, just told me that. I thought you were from Lincoln, Nebraska.
I was born in Apple Valley, California, July 4th, 1991 at 2:38 a.m. I came out in an egg, and I actually cracked out of the shell of the egg, and I could already speak, and I was like, what's that?
I remember that. Is at the start of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, well,
that's you.
Yeah, that's me. And then, yeah.
I'm aware that your birthday is July 4th, because we've had some fucking times.
Indeed.
When did your parents relocate to Nebraska?
Well, my mom and dad got a divorce when I was 5 years old. So then my mom packed up a car full of shit, and then we just moved to Nebraska, and we moved above some plant store in some slanted apartment, and I had some sketchy babysitters, and it was a crazy time. But I always was just a crazy kid and loved Batman and saved my money, and I'm still the same person that I was.
Still love Batman
back then. Well, recently I started wearing a thermal around LA because there's feces everywhere. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm Batman now, in a cape. Gang shit.
So is this stuff that you actually remember, or these are things your mom or relatives?
No, this is stuff I remember. I have a really good memory. Yeah, my mom tells me all the time she can't believe all the stuff that I remember. She thinks it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at 5 years old, you go to Lincoln.
Yeah.
And you're there into your teens?
Yeah, I'm there until I graduate high school.
Oh, okay.
And then I come back out to California.
No college.
No college. I walked into a community college, and I went and saw people getting their books, and went into a classroom, and I just noticed how much it was high school, and I was just I'm out. I'm over it. This is high school all over again. I'm good. And I dipped, and I learned a lot of stuff from not going to college, and life's gonna be all good without it. And I don't have any debt. I got good credit. I'm chilling.
And this isn't far off from when I met you, living in is it El Hombro or La Hombra?
Alhambra.
Alhambra.
Yeah. But I actually lived near there. It was Monterey Park that I lived in.
Right. I can picture the exit because I would pass your exit on my way into LA when I lived in Phoenix, and would always like hit you up because if you were around, I'd see you first.
Right.
And like I can remember when you left California, I was devastated because I would pass that exit and be like, fuck.
Yeah, you could just hit me up.
So you moved to California, like how long, talk a little bit about how, like what made you want to take the dash, obviously fuck college, but
no, yeah.
like, when you got there,
absolutely.
The transition of meeting people and finding somewhere to live.
When I got to California, when
right.
I moved. Well, I moved in, it would have been, what year? I graduated in 2009. So I would have graduated in 2009, spent my summer there, and then like spent the fall, and then I left like towards around the winter. So me moving, the winter probably initiated it, but I had been saving money working at Burger King.
Anticipating the switch.
Doing some other shit. But anyways, I had money saved.
You worked at Burger King.
Yeah, I worked at Burger King, and minimum wage was $7.25 back in 2009 where I was working at. But anyways, so my sister, she lived in Los Angeles, and she was like, yeah, come through, come to LA, like, come live with me. So I came to LA, I did, well, like, back then, like, cell phones weren't as advanced. Like, the smartphone wasn't there. So my mom, like, bought me a Garmin GPS. Like, everybody knows what that is. Yeah. So, like, she bought me one of those, and I just started watching videos from LA. And, like looking for addresses, like, in the clips, like, okay, and, like, just plugging this GPS with spots and skate parks and places that I could go to when I got to LA. So, before, like, I drive to LA, the drive was crazy. I had to drive through Kansas, and when I was driving through Kansas, it was still snow, and there was black ice, so I was going, like, really slow on the back black ice, and, like...
Black ice is gnarly.
Yeah, like, so the drive to California, like, was crazy. Like, going through Kansas, I hit black ice. Like, I thought the black ice was gone, then I hit black ice, and then I spun out, and my mom, like, told me, like, always turn the wheel in the same way when you're spinning out on ice. And I was on a two-way highway, so there's cars coming towards me. So, like I turned the wheel the same way as the car is spinning, and I end up doing a 180 and, like, coming, like, 5 feet from going in a ditch, and the whole trip just, like, not even happening. But anyways...
You never left the pavement.
No, I actually did come off the pavement, and I was, like backwards, like, almost, like, into, like, a ditch, you know what I'm saying?
Like, off the shoulder.
Yeah, like where, like, water, like, comes out.
Right,
like
right.
A drain, like a drainage ditch. So
trench, essentially.
Yeah, but then I stopped in Arizona, did some things in Arizona, came to California, moved in with my sister, went to, like, a couple skate parks on the west side of Los Angeles, and I noticed, like, how they just weren't biker friendly over there. Like in, like, Santa Monica, like, Venice, like, Culver City, like, none of those skate parks, like, were gonna allow bikes. So then I was like, all right, well, I'll go to this park in East Los Angeles, Belvedere Skate Park. So, like, I end up going there in the morning, nobody's there, and then I end up going there at night, and then there's, like, a whole bunch of bike riders, and there's this whole scene of bike riders, and I just, like, go to the skate park, do my thing, and, like, everybody's like, wow, you're, like, really good, like, you should, like talk to this photographer, Tommy Blanco. And then, like, so, like, this kid Chris, he's the one who, like, introduced me to Tommy Blanco and Little D. And then once I met Little D and I were the same age, so then we just kind of, like, I kind of just became friends with Little D's friends. And then, like, within, like, 2 weeks of being in California, it was, like, I already started, like, filming a project for, like, ESPN, and then, like, within, like, 3 weeks, like, shooting a Dig Sturdy Wrist. Like, that's how quick it happened. The second I got to Los Angeles. So, like, it felt like a great move. And, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, when I met you, I think that all that stuff was, like, happening. And even I was like, this kid is
right
an obvious up-and-comer.
Right.
I mean, like, somebody who's just been unnoticed and deserves a shot.
Right.
And I met you and Chris Brown on the same day. Is that the Chris you're talking about?
No, this is actually like a East Los local Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you meet Little D, you guys just vibe.
Right.
And that he essentially was like, him and Tommy Blanco got you your in.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, Little D got me, like I would travel around with Little D a lot, like, with the Volume guys, and, like, go to the Volume warehouse, and we'd go to jams together, and we would go to premieres together. So, yeah, Little D and I, like, with the BMX, like, industry end of it, we did everything together, yeah. But I also hung out with, like, E-Man and Tommy Blanco a lot together. And like E-Man was super cool and like inviting and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you have this ESPN edit drops.
Yeah. And then the ESPN edit drops, and then I'm at my dad's house and I'm on the internet one night and I get like, I think it's either email or a Facebook like message from Tempered Bikes out of Australia. And it's like some long message from Matt Lawton, who owns Tempered Bikes, and it's like, yo, you want to ride for this company? And like me just always wanting to get sponsored, like instantly I'm like jumping on it. I'm like, yeah, free parts, like
Yeah.
they're in Australia, like maybe like I'll get a chance to go to Australia or whatever, you know, like at that time I was took anything, you know.
Tempered had a fresh image at the time, honestly.
At the time,
Like,
yeah, and they went through
wasn't-
Sparkies. So.
It wasn't very big, but they were with Sparkies, and they had a great graphic designer or whoever was like kind of doing their logos.
Right, yeah, that was I think it was Alex Liv who did the logos.
Okay. Yeah. I just remember being like, okay, this is cool. It's like in the hippie realm of just like spiritual shit. Kind of before that was like.
Yeah, they had a cool image for sure.
Yeah, it was cool. And like
the bikes were good too.
100%. Those two edits that you did with them and your buddy that films.
Jacob Lowe.
Yeah, who's that? Jacob Lowe, man. He did the VX.
Yeah,
stuff.
VX. He also does high def too. DSLR. He uses a Panasonic, I think.
Those two edits, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
hate to jump ahead, but those were the two edits where I was like, get this motherfucker on BSD.
Those two edits should have been for BSD.
Facts. You were probably already transitioning.
Like, Tempered was cool for a little
I can
bit.
remember when we showed up to Vegas. You remember when we showed up in Vegas? We run into each other at the fucking hotel lobby.
Oh.
His stand on crutches.
Yeah.
And
that was the days.
we go up to my room and we're just like, you know, you're like, oh, let's go party. I'm like, yo, I gotta go up to my room. I just want to put my bags down, whatever. Get up to my room. The beds flip. The shit's tossed.
Oh, fuck.
Caution tape. Fucking crime scene. Like, check into my room at Circus Circus. And every time I stay at Circus Circus, you're always in, like, those back motels.
Right.
This time I was in the hotel. Like, fucking 10 stories up.
Yeah.
And we get up there with his stand on crutches. And the room is a crime scene. And I
Those
remember,
5
like,
days were-
I was fucking pissed because I was like, fuck this. And then I called down and they're like, oh yeah, no problem. Come down and get another key. And I just looked, I was like, fuck this. I was like, my friend's on crutches. You guys got to come up here. Give me another room on this floor.
Right.
And they did.
Right.
But I remember even they came in and they were like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, you tell me.
Yeah,
Fucking-
I do remember that now. I do.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
And then we went out and partied.
Yeah. That was a crazy time. That was probably the best time in Vegas I've ever had in my life. Fucking.
I can remember also seeing you on the last day we were about to part ways. I don't know who we were with, but we pulled up. We just seen you.
Yeah, I was out there.
You run up to the car and you were like, I haven't slept.
Yeah, I was.
You're like, last night
Yeah. I ended up hooking up with the like a 28-year-old woman when I was 19, who was the waitress at the cafe downstairs that his stand and I ate at every morning. It was weird. It was good. It was great. Her name was Kate, and her name was Kate, and I think she drove a Mustang.
That wasn't the night. That wasn't the night before your last night, or.
No, that was my last night. So that was the night.
I remember a different story.
Oh, really? Oh, well, okay. Well, that was the night before, so that was the night before that. But that is under wraps. Like,
yeah.
That can't be talked about.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was a good weekend for 19-year-old Cadger. That's for damn sure. He was bossing
Oh,
out
man.
there.
If you didn't impress me in your Tempered edits, I was impressed. Like, I loved you after that. I fucking loved you.
Yeah. Good times.
And still do.
Yeah. I'm still good, man.
Hell yeah.
Still chilling.
So Tempered, how long did that last? Why did that come to an end?
That was like 2 years. So so like about a year and a half only actually. It was about 18 and a half to like 20, and then the reason it came to an end basically is because I wasn't going on any trips. Really was the fact of the matter. And the trips that we did go on, like the first trip we went on, I actually drove my own car on the trip. Like it was just
low budget stuff.
Yeah, it was just low budget. And like we like I was putting in so much time to try to like get like, you know, like a part or get like, you know, like travels out of it or film like a DVD or just like spending so much time sending emails that I got to the point where I was just like, yo, this is the last email. Like Stan and I have talked so much and like tried to give you guys so many ideas and like work with you guys in ways to try to promote and stuff, and it was just like I quit. I quit and then
over email.
Yeah, I quit over an email. Yeah.
Were you ever really in like a vocal relationship?
Not so much. Yeah. I mean, nothing against Tempered, but it just.
Yeah. Well, they're in Australia.
Yeah, they are also.
They had a bigger Australian team, right. I imagine. Or yeah. I don't even know.
I don't really talk to BSD on the phone, but Grant and I communicate.
Of course.
Quite frequently, often.
Okay, so it's like 20. You get off Tempered.
Right.
I don't even know how long was the period before.
It was about 12 hours before Felt hit me up.
Oh, Felt! I forgot.
Yeah, Felt actually hit me up the next morning.
Josh, but you never rode for Felt.
No, because you hit me up like 8 hours after Felt. So like it was like I was on the phone with like Josh Bentley, right? That's his name, right?
Right.
Like I was on the phone with Josh Bentley, and then I was on the phone with you, like, and it was terrible to have to call Josh Bentley back and be like, "Yo, BSD," like.
Oh man, that was my time. I would love saving. I loved saving motherfuckers from those rotten deals, dude.
Yeah, it was.
I'd been fired. You probably would have made it like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the money. It's more about the experience.
Of course.
What I did was better than even like,
dude. Looking back right now and looking at some of the fucking
fell off a year after that.
Right. Looking at some of the stuff that's around now, like Felt really didn't have that terrible of an operation.
No.
The brand itself just didn't have a good. image.
I looked at
West
I had the
Josh
whole
Bentley.
bike.
It was cool.
I had the whole bike planned out. That I was gonna send and get from him, and then you hit me up like
you made a wish list already.
Yeah, I already had the wish list. Like I already looked at the Felt parts, and like never in my life I'd like thought like about looking at Felt parts. The only thing I knew about Felt is Devin Smiley wrote for him, and I was like,
oh, Devin was on already.
Yeah, no, he was on, but he just got off, and then it was like.
So was Westcott on or off? Or already? Westcott was probably already gone, huh?
I have no idea about the team. Like, that was a while ago.
My only experience with Felt was, you know, like with Westcott and Bentley. I would travel with Westcott, and he would like visit Bentley, and that's how I had any correlation to it.
I think I met Bentley like once. Like, it's just briefly.
Sick dude.
Yeah, no, he seems awesome. Like, I wish
he's out there,
hang out with
but
him,
he's
actually.
Sick dude.
Yeah, I actually wish I could have hung out with him. But, you know, shout out to Bentley for showing love.
Oh, for sure. yeah. Especially, like, you can't look past the fact that he recognized.
Right, he was on it before you.
Whoa! Facts. Then I hit you up.
Right.
BSD, I don't even remember the talk. It probably was so natural.
It was pretty much like you'd be dumb not to ride for BSD. Like, if we got David, like you just pretty much explained the whole team to me, and it's just like, we're gonna go on this trip. We're gonna do a lot of great things, and you should definitely be involved with this. And I was like, that definitely seems like the better move, you know.
Yeah, well, it was right at that time where
it obviously is a better move because. I'm still a sponsored bike rider. So.
Absolutely. Well, I knew because I had just kind of like formed the team. You know, like, long story short, developing Reed and getting David and is not as simple of a story as it seems.
Oh.
There was a lot of prospects that accepted, declined, got swooped by other people. And then we landed with Reed and David. And, like, the American team was so solid and you fit perfectly. So it was like a no-brainer. Right. I remember, basically telling you we're going to England.
Yeah.
Which I think you were probably on a little bit before that. But that was like when I remember, I was like, we're taking you to England.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
make sure you have a passport. Me, you, and Reed.
Right. That was basically like when I got a BSD, you're like, yo, you gotta get a passport.
Yeah. Was that like your first BSD, like your first build? Yeah. You went to Europe, right?
Yeah.
So that was your first time overseas, or?
My first and only time overseas.
Fuck, we're gonna blow like a half hour just talking about that trip.
Yeah, that was a long trip. There
Okay.
was a lot of stuff that happened.
Well, you initially...
That's a big part of my life.
You initially went for like the same time everyone was supposed to, right?
Yeah, we all went together.
But then we had like injuries and there was a lot of shit. And then you stayed, right? You stayed longer than everyone.
Right, I stayed longer, yeah. We went out to dinner at an Indian restaurant and I looked at Grant
remember
and
that.
I was like, Grant, I want to stay for a month longer. And he goes, all right, cool. And that was that. And the next day I had an extended stay and everybody went home, took you guys to the airport, and I just chilled.
Okay, let's bounce back to the start because I think this story is wicked funny.
Yeah.
We went to the airport. It's me, you, and Reed.
Yeah.
And I've been on for like a few years. So I already went to Scotland a couple times a year, multiple years.
Right.
You and Reed had never been. And I remember I've got like my clothes bag, my camera bag. I'm carrying like tripods and skateboards.
You had a broken wrist.
Oh, I got hit by a car. I could hardly walk. Okay. Yeah. Back it up. I got hit by a car before that trip, so I was fucked. And I definitely couldn't ride. But clearly I had enough on my mind that I didn't even think about it. And I'm like basically taking you two to Europe for your first time.
Right.
And I remember looking at both of you before we went through customs. And I was like, no matter what, I was like, lie about how much money you have. Tell them you have way more money. Like, however much money you have, triple it. Because customs will fucking get you, you know? They want to get it out of you. So I tell you guys to lie about your money. I tell you to lie about your jobs. And I said, whatever you do, don't say, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
We get up to customs. And they're just like, hey, all right, you guys are traveling together, and I'm just like, yes, like I tried to get you guys in there with me, you know, and they're like, so what do you guys do? I'm like, oh, we ride BMX bikes, like we're just going on holiday, it's just for fun, not work related at all. And she looks at you and she's like, what do you do for, how much money do you have or something? And you're just like, I don't know. And I'm just like, no, what did I say? Like, exactly what I said not to do. First tee. And even though, like, dude, I give respects to Reed because at the time he was in college and was totally funded by his folks in Grant. He was just like, they're like, oh, how do you make money? And Reed was just like, I don't know, I go to college, my parents pay for everything. And they were like, in you go. Just let him into the country. Right. And they looked at me and you like, oh, what's going on? And I'm just like, honestly, he's his first time, blah, blah, blah. But it was just mad funny because...
It was bad.
Well, you came off an international flight. You had that look in your eyes. You were doughy-eyed and you were like, I don't know.
I was just like
what the fuck? I just told you.
Jet lag?
Jet lag.
Yeah, I was jet lagged, man. It was a long flight. It was like a 6-7 hour flight, man.
Oh man, it was funny.
It was.
Luckily, we made it in. I've
right.
been detained, and Grant had to fucking talk me into the country. Essentially,
it's hard to get into customs. I wish everybody the best of luck to get in.
It's easy. You just gotta. You have to go through it once. It's
right.
like to feel the pressure. Right. They asked some personal questions. The first time I went through, I was just like, fuck you, you want to know what's in my bank account. Mm. You know? Mm-hmm. But they want to know how much money you're going to spend in their country. Right. So now you're in Scotland. We're filming for, this was Living for the City. It's like first project. I was hurt. I didn't even go out half the days. Remember, right. I got obsessed with Heroes on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that was really good back then. That was awesome. I'm pretty sure I influenced that.
I think you did.
Yeah, for sure, because I was super into it. Like, if you guys ain't seen Heroes.
Yeah, you were like, watch Heroes, that. And I was like, dude, I can't start halfway. I gotta start from the beginning.
There's like 6 seasons.
And boom.
So good.
Yeah. So, You were healthy most of the time?
I was healthy the whole trip. It was
really?
Just, yeah, I just I got a knee infection and then I had a really big bruise on my thigh.
Well, you had a knee infection. You had to go to the ER.
Well, yeah, I had to get I got David did a banger and I just like was just so amped up after it. I tried to jump over some rail that was way too high. When David got the cover, when he dubbed that big rail, I was just naturally just amped, bro. And it was just like...
Oh, that day was insane.
Yeah, that day was just like... That was a big rail in person. Like, that's like one and go.
No, that was like... David knew he wanted to do it and wouldn't leave without it.
It's huge.
We went. And that's it, dude. David is...
Yeah. So I had a knee infection and...
How good is the healthcare in fucking Scotland?
Great, but their hydrocodones or their pills freaking give you a headache if you take them like I take them.
The activist ballas.
Oh man, they come in some like they don't even come in like a pill jar. They come in like
in a box.
Yeah, they come in a box like it's like you just bought it over the counter.
Yeah, but it's actually tight because they give it to you.
At the ER. It's free. You literally stroll up to the hospital, walk in, and say, "Hey, like I have an infection on my knee," or like I need to be seen, and you just go and you go in, and that's it.
That same trip, I got my handlebar in my legs. Remember?
You also cut your cast off too. First, you cut your cast off.
But then I started to ride again.
And you rode again, and you did a few good things.
Like 4 or 5 clips.
And then we were at KG, which is overpopulated, one of the most overpopulated skate parks, and there was kids galore, and it was like midday, and you did some fly out trick.
No, I was training Reed.
Oh, okay.
Me and Reed were training, and like, you know, it's like we're going fast, he hopped on the ledge and he 180'd off, and I hopped on the ledge and 180'd off.
Oh, yeah.
But a kid got in my way, so when I turned around on the half cab, this kid was there.
You had to jump between your bars.
No, dude, if I wish I would have just fucking shoulder checked that little fucker, because I would have been fine. I tried to save him, and so I jumped off my bike all weird to not kill this kid, and ended up getting my handlebar in my fucking leg. Yeah. But like we were talking about,
bad.
I went right there.
It was a perfect handlebar in your leg.
Buck, yeah. It's like a fucking bullet wound.
Yeah, that was bad.
But I went to the ER, stitched me, gave me meds. They told me to come back to get my stitches out in like 2 weeks, and I was like, where do I go? And they're like, just come back here. Come back to the ER. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what address do I put? They're like, oh, put your American address, put your Scottish address. Doesn't matter. Like,
yeah,
fucking fixed you. It was amazing.
Yeah, other countries are trying to help each other.
What else happened in
Scotland?
In Scotland.
Basically, I got to Scotland when I was 21 years old. I remember the first day I woke up.
3 years over the drinking age in Scotland.
Right, but I woke up the next day and I remember looking at all you guys in the apartment and I was just like, deuces. You know, I just went and I just walked, bro. I just literally just went and explored and then went back to the apartment and I think you guys all went and rode and I just went to the bar. That's kind of how it was for the first week until we went on the bike shop tour. I didn't even ride until we went on the bike shop tour, really. I was just kind of bopping around the bars and going out nightclubbing with Reed and,
Chaz.
No.
Lewis.
Gosh, what's his name? Alfredine.
Fred?
No.
Sigh.
No, dude. Freaking, what's his name? He does the flares and the whips.
Oh, Lafferty,
yeah.
I thought you were trying to say Aberdeen.
No,
Size from Aberdeen.
No, Lafferty. I was pretty much just
Sean Lafferty.
I was pretty much hanging out at the skate park and just, not really, hitting the spots with you guys, but, I would hit you guys up and then run into you and be like, yo, what's up? It was really weird. It was good, though. I was just, slowly transitioning. I never even felt like I knew we were filming for a DVD. That we were even there to film Living for the City.
Well, you probably never filmed with Dave. You were filming with me.
Right.
You could show up.
I was just there, looking for spots, just being myself.
We got locked out. Remember that?
Oh, the apartment?
Yeah.
Where'd I go? To the bar?
I don't know. You were pulling one of your days where I was like, I couldn't ride.
Yeah. We were all kind of just doing our own thing.
I was limping. So when they were these dudes are like, oh, we're going out for the day. And I was like, no, I'm going to chill. And then, like, you chilled. And then all of a sudden we left and we got locked out of the flat.
Oh, yeah, sure. A lot of things happen, yeah. What did we do? Oh, yeah. We went and walked. Oh, yeah, we got locked out of the flat. It was early in the morning. We walked around and I found enough pence to buy something from Greg's.
No,
because we were out of money.
No. Let me tell you how it really happened.
Right. That's what I remember. I just remember.
This is not like a terrible story, but you gotta think about in Scotland, the drinking age is 18.
Oh yeah.
So underage kids that want booze.
Oh yeah.
Are young.
Yeah.
Young.
And I bought them booze, didn't I?
Yeah.
We're
walking down the street. We're walking down the street, and I'm like bummed because I'm like, dude, we're locked out the house.
And they gave me money.
I'm like, I can hardly fucking walk, and I left my money in the flat. Like I had money.
Right.
And I'm just like, dude, my money's in the flat. I got no money. I got no fucking service. I'm limping, and you're just like, it'll be fine, bro.
That's
like,
how it goes.
No worries. And like. Yeah, well, you weren't limping around. This is before the handlebar, dude. I'm still fresh off the car accident. And I'm like, I'm bumming. And either way, these 15-year-old girls like walk past and like, will you buy us a bottle of vodka? And I literally was like, fucking jibbed them off. I just like ignored them. And then I hear them ask you, and you're like, hell yeah, I'll buy you a bottle of vodka. Just give me £5. So they gave you £5. And we got Greg's.
Yeah.
We got a sausage roll and a fucking drink, and we were eating. And then we were able to maintain as, as
I bought them
people.
vodka and kept the change.
Right.
Oh,
you told them too. You were like, I need £5.
Oh yeah, give me £5 on top of it. Right, yeah, absolutely. And we were eating. All I remember is we were fine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got Greg's sausage, shout out Scotland, Greg's, fire. Right. And then we went to KG.
Yeah.
The skate park you mentioned earlier, where I got hurt.
My favorite place.
But we went there, we saw the girls drinking.
Oh, yeah.
They were there chugging the bottle.
Yeah.
And I'm like putting my head down. And you're like, hey, how's the vodka? I'm like, Jesus Christ, Cadger. Stop associating yourself.
Dude, they love me out there, man.
Oh, facts. Facts.
KG is a great place.
Okay, I left Scotland. Everyone left. You stayed. And then there was that scare.
Oh, God. Okay, so after you guys left, it rained for 10 days, bro.
Does that in Glasgow.
And then, so like, I mean, I had things that I was doing and people I was hanging out with, so it's not like I was just sitting there. But anyways, when I got the chance to ride, like, it was like, Dave, let's go out and ride. Like, and I remember that day, I was down to do anything, man. Like, I was ready to do something, like, big, you know what I mean? And we went to, like, the brick spot, and, you know, the brick spot in between the flats with the market, and then with the like, trash can that you could, like, bonk on top of.
Yeah.
That everybody got clips on.
Right.
So, like, I get, like, I already did a clip there, and then I did the clip, and I did the switch on the box. So in the video, there's the manual 180 regs, and then there's the manual 180 switch, and they're like two different lines. And then there's this rail that's at that flat that still nobody's hit. So that like makes me question that rail, like. But I almost had it, but it's like a rail that's like real wavy, but it's pretty good, but it like has some really steep transition. And it's 3 kinks, and it has some pretty steep transition. And, like, that day I actually ended up really hurting myself, and shit happened. But then you know, fucking time went on, and I was still out in Glasgow, and I was just chilling with Chris Kyle and the Red Bull dudes one day.
Danny McCaskill and them.
Yeah.
He had a crib then.
Right. Well, they were in Glasgow, and they came to our flat. And we like went out and we were drinking, and Chris and I were vibing. Like, Chris is like, this is cool, like, I'm glad you're here, Cadge. And we're like,
love him, at
the bar, like drinking, like before the sun's even down. And then the sun goes down, we go get dinner, and then we go back to the flat for a little bit, and then we're like, let's go to Sleazy's. And then we go to Sleazy's, and Chris and I go downstairs. We start talking to these French chicks. go outside the bar, smoke cigarettes, and then the bar won't let me back in. And that's the second time the bar wouldn't let me back in. So I just like basically started talking shit to the bouncer, calling him names, telling him I knew who his drug dealer was and that he's a drug addict. Just a bunch of crazy stuff. And then the cops ended up coming and then like, dude, calm down, blah, blah, blah. So then like I see one of my skater friends from KG. We start talking, whatever. And then like he leaves and I go across the street and like I like try to use the restroom across the street because the cops are out there and I can't like just go to the bathroom wherever. And like the Asian lady working there, she's like, oh, you have to buy something before you can use the restroom. I was like, oh, whatever. So then I go next door to the market and I buy a Fanta and I crack open the Fanta, take a drink, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that guy across the street. And I loft the Fanta across the street and it lands right above the bouncer door and just everywhere. And the cops instantly start running over. And I run into the place next door with the Asian lady and I'm like, yo, I need a cheeseburger right now. Like, take my car, take the cash. And she's like, uh-huh. And then the cops come in and I turn around and there's all these tables. And I'm like, they're running towards me and I'm like juking left and right and like pushing chairs, jumping over chairs. Like, it's like literally Jackie Chan, like rush hour scene, like freaking craziness in there. And I end up almost getting out the door. But the policeman in the UK, they're trained pretty well. But anyways, I pretty much
got guns, dude, so they're gonna tackle you.
Dude, man, they're fast. Yeah. And like I get around the corner. Like I was hurt, but I wasn't like that hurt. I was like pretty good still. And like I like go to like get out the door and the cop just grabs my left arm and just wraps me around the door and just faces me into the glass. And like just the handcuffs were so tight. I'll never forget how tight they were. And I was just like, I'm American. Just screaming. And they threw me in the back of the small like van thing that they got, you know, that you see in the movies or whatever.
A little paddy wagon.
Yeah, a little paddy wagon.
It's like a fucking cleaning woman's like van.
Right. And they take me into like the holding cell place or whatever. And like I go in and they're like, oh, this is a crazy American guy. And I have a bunch of cash on me. Like I have like $500 American cash on me. Like I just got paid a monthly and a weekly from Grant. So I
gave you USD?
No, not USD, but I'm just talking in the
you had pounds on you.
Yeah, I had pounds on me, like 300 pounds.
Right.
Which is like $500 in America. So like I had a bunch of money on me, whatever, but like they put me in a holding cell which was completely dark with like a doggy door on it. But the thing is I had to be in there all weekend and that was on a Friday night. So like I literally stayed in this cell for 2 days or whatever. And I was chilling. Like the next day I was so hungover, the day was great. Like I was in there just laughing. Like all the food they gave me, I just
drunk.
Yeah, I woke up drunk, so I was like, this is crazy. And like all the food they gave me, I wrote BSD all over the wall with sausages and beans and everything they gave me. I fucked that cell up. And yeah, I got out and they actually did give me a ticket, breach of the peace. But when I got out, like I instantly went and got some gummy bears and then I went to Subway. It was my second time getting out, so I already knew where I was at. I was at the riverfront. Like I was just really happy to be out. I was like, man, that's such a crappy feeling, like being stuck in incarceration, like in the pitch dark.
Well, I'll explain from my end. I just got back to America and then I get like emails, texts, tweets.
Yeah, it was
then,
all over.
Legit a phone call, like, and it's like, dude, we can't find Cadger. And I'm like,
yeah,
what? I was like, I just got back. So I was like ignoring some of it. And then I'm like,
well, they called the jails and the jails said I wasn't there.
I
so
heard
that's why everybody freaked out.
Yeah, everyone thought you got stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
And you were dead.
Well, Grant just thought I was on like a little bench.
You can't rule out like some American just getting knifed in Glasgow. Like, you know, I'm just picturing like, oh man, maybe he did like just trust the wrong people, and like that's how it would be. Is like you like trust someone, and then they're like, fucking kill you.
Right, and I had money on me though.
Well, yeah, so but it's like it was scary.
It's weird because I had all that money.
Everyone was worried, and then they're just like, oh, he was in jail all weekend. And we
right.
Were just like,
well, like I got back to the flat, and like I like opened the door, and like Dave's room's right there when you walk in, you know, and I just see Dave on the phone at the window, and he just like turns around like mouth open, like, and is just like, hold on, he just walked in the door, and like hangs up the phone and like comes up to me, and you know Dave, like he never hugs anybody, like gave me the biggest stinkiest hug ever.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yo, what's up? And he's like, dude, the fuck happened to you? Like, and I was like, yo, I was in freaking holding, like I was in jail. He's like, really? Like we called there, like we thought you got stabbed, like. And then like I just literally like I see my phone, like, and I just get on my phone and I just start sitting there and I'm on my phone and I'm like, holy crap.
Because you hit Wi-Fi and you just start importing.
Dude, it was just like Facebook, Twitter, messages, like Snapchat.
Man.
It was insane. And like Dave was just like, dude, I'm really glad like to see you. Like he literally looked at me like I was a ghost. But yeah, it was something to remember, that's for sure.
Definitely a story I've told.
Yeah, same.
Oh man, so now we move on. BSD for, forever, essentially, because you're still on.
Right.
And what's next? You get back from Europe, you live in California for a bit. Why did you go back to Nebraska? What happened there?
Well, when I got back to California, the amount of people out here and the insurance I had to wait like 4 months to get into surgery. And then once I got surgery...
And this is when you wrecked your knee in Scotland?
Yeah, I wrecked my knee in Scotland. I came back from Scotland.
Severely?
Yeah, I severely wrecked my knee in Scotland.
Procedure.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Because I kept trying to ride and it was just like...
Oh.
It was so bad, bro. And like literally, like I came back in a wheelchair. Like I got pushed through customs on a wheelchair. Like all the way back into America.
Probably made it through, no problem.
I showed up to the house that I was staying at in California without even hitting anybody up or telling them I was coming back, and was like, yo, can I stay here? And like they let me stay there. It was gnarly. And
in that back place?
Yeah, in that back place. And then like when I had surgery, it took forever. And then like to do physical therapy, I was taking 2 buses, and it just turned into a really big waste of time where I really wasn't going to rehabilitate myself to the like full potential of it. Mm-hmm. So I went back to Nebraska, and I was like really on some like I want to come back to California stuff like ASAP. But then, like once I like finally got a good job and got my life together, then I ended up like catching a DUI case, which I actually ended up beating. But because it wasn't DUI, it turned into a reckless driving. It was just like a cop harassing me, and the ticket like got prolonged for like a year and a half. Mm-hmm. So then I just ended up getting stuck there for a while. And then, as faith and destiny has it, I'm back here, which is like the best thing I could possibly be doing.
Inevitably, you didn't want to go back to Nebraska, but you went back and you got your knee rehabilitated.
Yeah.
You got fucking out of a DUI, pardon me. And how long has it been?
Since I've been here?
How long were you in Nebraska?
2.5 years, almost 3 years.
And then now you're back out here in California.
Yeah, and I'm never going back to Nebraska. I hope, I'm going to try my best to print some resumes and put some job opportunities out in Santa Barbara, LBC, Los Angeles, wherever I can really get a job. Or, go work with my dad. But I'd rather be the waiter and keep riding bikes and just like be like free and my own boss and like.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. How about that Applebee's stint?
Oh, Applebee's?
You worked at Applebee's in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, hi, how everyone's doing?
And I would just like see you like killing it. Because you'd be on Snapchat and you'd be like, I'm making these tips. And then you're getting off, oh sick, now we're going to talk about the rap shit. But then you're like moving up, buying flat screens, got an apartment. Like I'm like seeing Cash Money 2.0.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, Nebraska's doing them good. Like I'm not judging you for working at Applebee's. You're working and you're doing your shit. A lot of these BMXers.
That place is popular.
A lot of BMXers don't give a fuck. They think it's degrading to like get a real job. But like you were killing it.
Right.
And improving yourself. And I could notice it. Like
actually,
we would talk, but like I could see it just through like what you posted.
Right.
So then, you get your life together that way. You got an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it when Because then you eventually you got the cameras and the fucking drone and
Yeah.
the vlog, but before that,
I didn't have any.
you made an album.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, not quite an album. I mean,
okay.
a potential mixtape, but I mean, there's only like 2 or 3 songs that are worth listening, but you know, yeah, I produced my own music basically for a little bit, and it was really hard. It was really hard to do it in the apartment I was living because I was on the 3rd floor. There definitely would have been a lot more music made, but the fact that I was on the 3rd floor really put like a damper to like the music making, because it like, you know, I you want to do it late at night. Like I feel like that's just when like the most.
It was too loud. Like you weren't wearing headphones.
I was wearing headphones, but you can't hear anything when you're recording music. But yeah, I made a couple songs. You know,
you made the
Live
beats.
Live Long is.
You made the beats.
I've made the beats on most of them. My most popular song is actually a Kanye West ripped beat, like a remix beat, but
okay,
it's a good song.
So most popular, what are we talking? YouTube views, SoundCloud views, likes on Instagram?
Yeah, it's probably Instagram. Instagram's probably my best social media.
Were you making beats first?
Yeah,
You were playing around with making beats.
Yeah. Well,
and then
where
you
it started.
decided to rap, or
Well, yeah. Well, like I always wanted to rap. Like I always
course.
loved rapping. Like like since I was really young, but yeah, I was living in my parents' trailer. Actually, I did a lot of moving around in Nebraska too, but I was living in my parents' RV and I downloaded Audacity, and I made a beat in Audacity, and then like I like slowly put it together, like my interface and my mic, and like just started like kind of recording like ad-libs and then just like little parts, and then I moved into my apartment, and then like I actually wrote like a full like song with a chorus and like 2 verses, which the song isn't like that great, but the lyrics in it are pretty powerful. But like then after that, like I was just kind of hooked, and like I really didn't spend enough time making music. It was something more that's like just kind of thrown together, and I just had a bunch of projects sitting there in Logic Pro, and I was coming out to California, and I was like, yo, I'm dumping this on SoundCloud basically. And then I don't know. So yeah. So like I have some people out here who listen to it, like in Santa Barbara and stuff.
Hey man, there's a lot of people that talk about it.
Right.
And you did it. I mean,
right.
I can't hate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Kareem just put a mixtape out.
Yeah. I mean, let's collab. Get at me.
Dude, hit up Kareem. He's about to be out here.
Who's hitting my line?
I think he gets out here Saturday. You guys gotta make a song.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have him
I know
on.
I know Catfish. That's my guy.
Oh jeez, Catfish will make a song with you right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't need anything.
They're just a little crazy.
And
They're just a little crazy. Like they like talk about dumb like just like outrageous shit.
Catfish is crazy. Let's
Right.
be real.
Like with mine, like it's actually those are my feelings that I'm putting out there.
Yeah, you like wrote shit, huh? Like you wrote stuff, notebooks and
Freestyle, write it, or just
yeah.
when you're feeling it, write it. Wake up in the morning, you thought about it, you write it down. Like there's times I wake up with like a beat in my head, and like I go to Logic Pro and I just like start keyboarding it or looping it.
So it was like a time where
whatever.
like you were obviously into it at the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Do you think that?
Yo, I mean, I really want somebody to produce.
Because now you're like traveling, you're back on your BMXing, you're
Right.
very passionate about BMX again. Like,
right.
do you think that we're gonna get a second Cash Money SoundCloud release?
Well, I hope so. Yes, absolutely. I hope so. There's, it comes and goes in waves like anything else, but there's definitely been a couple nights here where I'm like definitely spit a couple freestyles, even though under the influence of alcohol, people were like, "Damn, this dude's got bars." So I mean, the right time, right place. We'll see. You never know. The opportunity in 2018 is open. It's endless.
It's anyone's game.
Anyone's game. Anybody can be anything.
Which makes me think about your latest venture.
What venture?
Well, now you've got the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, the YouTube channel. That's pretty cool.
And how did that come about? What inspired you to get a camera and make that happen?
Just the main BMX vloggers. I kind of saw it, and I just it was something that we've all probably thought about before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like with Snapchat, it's almost like you're vlogging all the time, you know, in a way. But yeah, I ended up just like watching how they did it, and then I ended up like having all the gear, and I made a couple of them in Nebraska, and I realized like the people in Nebraska weren't gonna like be a part of the vlogs because they're just like not into that type stuff. And I mean, there's other people who aren't, but anyways, I just like when I was like, oh, I'm going out to California. You know, I was really trying to get away from, like, you know, a lot of the things back in Nebraska, like the partying and stuff. And, like, I figured vlogging would be something good for me to put my time into and for me to focus on. And it has been, you know, like it gives you, you know, something to do instead of just sitting there and smoking weed all the time, you know, or just like it just gives you like a straight and narrow almost, you know. And it's fun to do. Like, it's cool. Like, it's cool to like watch that stuff back. Like, you never know the amount, like how cool like the video is gonna turn out, or the footage that you get, how like it's gonna come out.
Creating anything is fun when you can take a step back and be like, I'm proud, you know, like, because obviously you start with one video, you make a few, you're gonna get a good video, and then you're gonna be like, damn. This is the best video. Yeah,
absolutely.
So it always feels good.
And it's motivating,
different
too.
Than like fucking
it motivates everyone around you. It's like, you know what I mean?
You build a dirt jump, or you fucking put up a brick wall. You know, you're like, take a step back.
Right.
Proud.
Right.
So I mean, it's admirable that a lot of people could say, I could do that.
And then never do it.
Exactly.
Right.
So, commendable as well that you did it.
Right.
And I mean,
got
like,
a lot of feedback on it, actually, which
course.
is super surprising to me.
Honestly, I can't watch every fucking vlog on the internet, but I see the stuff you post, and then I watch the Snapchats, and I'm floored, because I just know that you're
doing something.
Well, yeah, and not just out of you're not trying to like boost your followers or your income.
Right, yeah.
I can tell 100% you're like, I'm just having fun.
Right, it's me.
Funny.
Hi, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Well, you're a personality too. I mean, you could literally take off with it if you did it. Because like you said, if you had a producer to rap, if you had a filmer to film you and you didn't have to film.
Yeah, that would be great.
Dog, it'd be our actual reality show.
Yeah. I could definitely make some good content for the world to see.
It'd be like when I was hanging out and I'm like, yo, you should vlog this. You're vlogging now. Vlog this. And you're like, nah.
I know. But if someone it's a lot of work. If someone was shout out to everybody who vlogs out there.
Dude, it's not
it's
easy.
A lot of work.
It's draining.
It can be fun, and it can be good though too.
It's a great expression of fucking artistic abilities. But people look at it now like, hey, I'm gonna make my own job and I wanna fucking create this new environment, when it's like, it's been done 1,000 times, and unless you bring something new to the table, then it's really hard.
But besides the fact, subscribe to Jeff Cadger on YouTube.
There you go. What's this? We cracking 9s?
Yeah, let's crack some 9s.
Ooh, we're 3 minutes from an hour.
We're about halfway through my life.
What do you mean? We're up until the vlogs. When did that start?
That started like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it started 3 weeks ago.
You've had a drone and that shit for like a month, or at least.
I came out here the 27th, and it's the 22nd. So
yeah, you were.
I created 8 videos, 8 vlogs. Well, actually, technically 7 vlogs in like a week and a half. I was on it that hard at first.
All right, tell me.
Everybody starts off like that, though. I feel like they start a vlog, they do a bunch of vlogs, and then like they kind of fall off it. But I'm not falling off it. I'm just like manifesting.
That's the worst thing that you can do.
I'm manifesting something so that I can give out. Like, if you really want to
vlog,
like, I have so many ideas. Like, no, like I have ideas that I'm gonna put into reality. So there's more vlogs coming. So subscribe, Jeff Cadger, YouTube.
Yeah, you truly got to be.
It'll be fire.
Persistent.
It'll be good
to keep like a.
Oh, it'll be good.
An audience, you know.
It'll be good.
There's a lot of YouTubers that put out dog shit.
Dude, so my stuff's fire. It's great.
If it's fire,
it covers a lot of different bases. Nice cars, nice motorcycles.
Every BMX, edit I've ever made.
Mountains, hiking, whatever.
Has improved.
Shit in an Uber, I don't give a fuck.
From the last?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know?
Oh yeah, and it gets so much easier. Sometimes I'm in a rush when I'm making them though. Like, you've just been editing it for so long, and you're like, God, how many times do I have to watch this video?
Yeah.
Like.
Well, the more you make, the easier they'll
Oh
come.
yeah. Oh, for sure. It's definitely gotten easier, but I definitely have room to improve. Which is good. Everybody has room to improve all the time.
You bought a camera and a drone. I wouldn't fucking let up and just let that stuff sit.
Yo, shout out or hit me up for them drone shots though. HML, hit my line for them drone shots. $3 an hour, 300 an hour.
You need a license to do that shit commercial.
Oh well.
But you can finesse.
Yeah,
I'll
get my license.
I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I'm so good at finding
5% of the people I know with
Hit me
drones
up, bro.
are licensed. Austin don't give a fuck.
Dude, I don't update or anything ever.
We're in Vegas.
Take a survey.
Anywhere close to the strip in Vegas, you're by the airport.
Take them out of 12 or take them out of a...
Do you feel me?
Oh yeah, you're by...
The strip is like 2 miles from the airport. And those things have the...
Oh yeah.
Austin was flying his shit trying to fucking film the strip. And it just...
everything.
Boom! Yeah, they took it down.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're too close to the airport.
Oh, absolutely.
He loses drones all the fucking time.
Does he?
Bet.
Damn.
Because he's not licensed. He's a fucking idiot. No offense, Austin. But... yeah, like, I just know that a lot of the dudes that I know that make money off it, they're licensed. It's kind of the reason I never bought one, because I'm just not trying
It's probably not hard to get your fucking license.
Nah, it's probably costs money. That's it.
Fuck it. Got my car towed the other day. That cost money. I could spend on something else.
Oh, yeah, back to the rental. What do we got the
rental van?
Do you got a minivan?
2018 mini rental van.
You got a minivan with the push starters in?
Push start, backup camera, all the windows roll down. It's got compartments on compartments.
Backup
camera. The seats fold down into the van. It's fire.
So you can sleep in that bitch.
Yeah, I've been out here for going on almost a month, and I've actually only slept in it twice. Thank God.
You could like roll some shit out. And...
oh yeah, I got a sleeping bag. Like this one night, like before St. Patty's the night, like I got really drunk for some reason. I don't know how the hell I got so drunk. But anyways, I guess I ended up walking to my van, and I just walked to the van, dude. And just slept in the van, and it was great. I woke up the next morning, and I was like $1 million, dude. As long as I can get a shower in, I don't care. As long as I'm waking up able to ride a flat bar.
Dude, when you showed up talking vans, I was like, this motherfucker has a van.
Yeah, I got the TM van, bro.
No, I know, but like days later, you're like, oh yeah, I'm renting a van. I was like, you rented this motherfucker?
Yeah.
I thought you bought a van and you were like, no man.
I wish. It was only $700 to rent it for a month.
You can buy a van for $700 in Long Beach this week.
Not that good though. Not one that's gonna
not
just
a
take
2018
me
with
back
a push start. But...
yeah. Dude, that thing take me back and forth. That thing is a machine. Get great gas mileage.
Oh,
I figure I'm saving money on that. Like,
no, fair enough.
I've had some misfortunes out here, but man, I'm still sitting on some racks. You know, still racked up, baby.
Applebee's money.
Well, actually, you want to hear how I got this money?
Just tell us.
So, I crashed my car, and it valued at $9,000, Blue Book. So I totaled the car, and the insurance company gave me a check for like $8,500 with the deductible taken out. And then I had...
what was the... Can you talk about this wreck?
Well, yeah, I can talk about the wreck. Well, yeah, yeah, and no. Actually, yeah, you'd have to talk to my lawyer at Barry Law Firm, yeah.
I was going to say, don't talk about that.
Yeah,
it sounds like you shouldn't talk about
that. Yeah, no, because before I left, I called my insurance agent, and he's like, yeah, the cops called, asking about you, about some hit and run. And I'm really good friends with my insurance agent. Like, he follows me on Facebook. Like, he's my boy. But, like, the cops hit up my insurance agent and was like, hey, this kid hit a pole, like, he didn't have insurance. And my insurance agent's like, no, he had insurance. And the cop's like, oh, okay, well, does he still have insurance? Yep, he still has insurance. I'm pretty sure everything's taken care of. We paid for the pole and we paid him out for his car. Like, he didn't tell him that, but like, you know, the cop's just like, well, all right, okay then. So I mean, there's still probably a case building on me about that, but they can't do anything, man. Like, I hit a big light pole, or somebody hit a big light pole. Somebody hit a big light pole in my car, basically, and everything's paid for, and yeah, that's how I got the money. And I mean, I was working, I was going to save more, you know, so I could come out with more. And then like I got fired, and then I bought a plane ticket, and then like a lot of the money kind of got, like me having, like I had to get a laptop, because I was like, yo, I'm going to go, like I lost my job, I'm like, yo, I'm going to do this vlog thing, so then I bought a laptop, and some of the money got spent, and like, I made it out here with a good amount of money, but it's, you know, it's spending every day. So, you know.
So what's next? For the old Cadge money.
Yo, I'm getting a new bike tomorrow. So shout out to PSD. I'm getting a new bike tomorrow.
So we can look
it's gonna be fresh.
We can look forward to a bike check.
Yeah, bike check coming soon. Wes right here in the 6th.
Oh, dig bike check.
Yeah, dig bike check. You can see that coming on the way. There's gonna be some good photos that, you know, hopefully we're gonna go get on Monday and Tuesday.
You're stepping into the spotlight of the
Stepping
Gully
into
Booth.
the spotlight. I'm out here in Cali, man.
We're just
Get at me,
exposing
man.
pros, old and new.
All right.
That's what we do in here.
All right. Let's cheers it up.
Cadge Money is still a relevant pro bike rider, drifting in vans from the Marriott Hertz.
Shout outs.
Shout out the Nines. Hey, the Nines need to hit us up. Because the podcast is still super low key, but we got the juice sponsor. Holy shit, that...
Shout out Salute.
That is surprisingly good.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out the Nines. They recently just made an Instagram handle. And the only people I follow that follow them is fucking LaShawn and Trevor. Go figure.
Shout out the Nines. We got you on a lit Instagram.
Facts.
If you wanna send some product our way, we'll definitely get a little, you know, drunk friends Nines Instagram going.
Oh man, you start sending Nines to the BMX community.
Right.
It's gonna be plug.
99 Bananas, hit us up.
Photos of ratchet activity, 100%.
Definitely. Send us stickers too. 99 banana stickers sound perfect across the breastises.
Pasties for the nips.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, just
Next
for
thing
the
you know,
cleave, put it together. 99 bananas right across the cleavage, bro. Like the chocolate truck, but 99 bananas.
Oh, a little
it's
long
perfect.
line boy.
Yeah, long boy, right across the breast.
Anything you want to add in? Last shout outs, talk about something, bring it up, something I maybe missed.
No, I mean, just like, I hope everybody's just keeping it positive out there. And everybody just chills. And the competition part of everything is just needs to go away, and everybody should be one, you know? BMX, everything just needs to come together. Everybody just needs to just...
Yeah, kind of funny to think about how it's like this
chill.
race now for like followers and subscribers. Like,
yeah,
that shouldn't be competitive.
No, yeah, it's just, I don't know. You know, love should be shared.
It should only be motivation.
Right, it should only be motivation. There should be like no negative, grouchy haters. Like, I hear so many things. Like, since I've been here, I've been staying out of the industry, but like I just started like getting some industry, like hanging out, you know? And it's like, man, that grapevine, bro. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like an orbit around Saturn.
Oh,
you know?
people are talking. Yep.
And I mean, yeah. Life's boring, I guess, you know, but as long as, you know, nobody takes it too seriously, like, everybody should be good. So.
Well, it's up to you to keep it interesting.
I fucks with everybody. Shout out to
Rent
everybody.
a van
Hit my line. HML. Who's hitting my line right now?
You gotta rent a van from Hertz. You gotta make a fucking album on SoundCloud.
We chilly.
Get a drone. And
Shit. Nah, all you need to do is have some shitty bike and kill it, and then fucking somebody will recognize that shit and just be cool as fuck.
Keep it rubber side down.
That's basically the best way I could tell anybody for anything, but get it.
Fuck yeah, man. Thanks for coming. That was fun.
Gully.
Me and Cadger have been talking for like the last 48 hours, so it's hard to do this in front of y'all, but thanks for listening. Thanks for coming.
12:35.
Happening. Anybody listening?
Nearly 5.
Anybody that's listening that's doubting, 12:35 is happening. We ain't forgot.
12:35 is getting edited. ASAP.
In May.
Soon. In May. 12:35 May.
Talk to me.
Nearly 5 coming. Shout out Grant Smith. Shout out Tony Maloof. Shout out Boy Familiar. Shout out whoever's supporting me.
Familiar. Good for. I like that. I've been noticing that he's got that stuff popping up. That's sick.
Yeah, shout out to whoever's supporting me.
Shout out Larry.
Reposting my stuff.
Larry at ODI. And he's Larry at Stacked BMX.
Right.
Put me and Cadge money on some ODI trips. We didn't talk about that at all.
No.
Me and Cadger, we went on tons of ODI trips.
Yeah, Mexico, dog. You this interview ain't over yet, bro.
No, I know that's
This
just
interview
fun because like we went on ODI
bro, this
trips.
interview is not over.
We went on ODI trips before the BSD stuff.
Yeah. No, Wall. I was on. Well, shit.
No.
How did that work?
No. I think that we were on ODI before.
No, but I had a BSD on ODI, bro.
Always?
Yeah. So I got on BSD
Before ODI.
No. Yeah.
I met you through Larry.
No. I filmed. I was on ODI when I lived in Nebraska because my ODI edit is on a tempered bike.
Yeah.
So I was on ODI and then I got on BSD.
Yeah. You were on ODI when I met you. That's how I knew you.
But I don't think I filmed anything on a tempered. Though.
No, but you remember when I was not for BSD.
No, for ODI.
That's what you just said though.
I don't know how that worked.
You just said some of your first ODI footage was on a tempered.
Oh, I know, but in California, though.
I remember you did that Feeble Hard 3. You were the first person I ever seen do it in person. Same day, I was filming Chris Brown do that. It's like over pegs or something on that rail.
He was trying to over ice.
Fucking murked.
Yeah.
But like... It was that day, and Larry introduced us. So you must have been on ODI.
Yeah.
And you were probably on BSD when we went to Mexico for ODI.
Yeah.
But I think that you were on ODI, or you were at least like in the clutches of like. Larry was hooking you up, you and Juice and all those kids.
No, I was getting like straight big boxes from ODI.
Oh, facts. Everyone was.
Yeah.
I used to get so many pink grips, I couldn't give them away.
Yeah, definitely. I loved ODI
Some
boxes.
of the ugliest shit you could ever fucking get. You'd be like, send me all black grips. Send you a box full of fucking 4 black grips. Fucking 6 neon yellows and 6 neon greens and some hot pinks.
I love giving free parts away. I do it all the time. Like I have parts to give away right now.
Those are expensive boxes to ship though, at the time.
Yeah,
for
probably.
them.
But no, we went to Mexico. That was.
Oh man, that's a whole different story.
That's like we can't hardly even talk about that shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened in Mexico that's.
I made out with some chick on the street.
Kind of foul.
I made out with some Hispanic girl on the street who did not speak English.
That's not even the gnarliest strip club I've been to. I'm not
talking about strip club. I'm not talking about a strip club. I'm talking about. We were chilling. Okay. So we were chilling at this one spot, right? And we were chilling at that one spot with the stage, and then that Mexican parade came by, and then they handed out condoms, and we were all drinking and shit, and fucking, we like started riding to some spot, and I was like talking to some Hispanic girls on the street, yada yada, and you guys were like looking at some spot, and like I ended up making out with some Hispanic girl on the street, and then and then we bombed this hill. Remember when we started bombing that hill, and right at the bottom of the hill I just ate shit? Literally, I just ate shit at the bottom of the
day
fucking...
drinking in Mexico. I drank beer back
bro.
then, dude. I don't even drink beer now.
Bro.
We were drinking cervezas.
Bro.
Fucking.
I ate so much shit at the bottom of the hill and I just popped right back up, got on my bike. And everybody's just like, that's Cadger. Because I ate shit all, like, I always fucking
with
ate
Raban too. Raban is the shit.
I can't, Raban's awesome. I can't count the amount of times that I've had a skinned elbow or knee where it's just completely, my whole fucking elbow's gone. And it was from me just falling, riding down the goddamn street.
It just gave it right to the elbow.
Sprinklers, flip. Like, I've, like, just rode in a sprinkler hole, flipped over, and just my whole shit, and then, like, went and hit a kinked rail first try. It's like, I didn't get hurt hitting the kinked rail. I got hurt riding down the goddamn street. Yeah, you want to... Yeah, I'm sure you have a story.
We found that alien, and we stole it.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, Alf.
Do we really call it Alf?
Yeah, Alf, man. I'm thinking.
Oh my god, man. We fucking found this plastic...
But how about that...
We found this plastic alien... And then we carried it with us because we were like, yo, we're aliens. Like, we're not from here. We're the illegal aliens. That was fucking foul. I'm going to insert the photo. Definitely going to put it in.
Oh, yeah.
I can find it.
Oh, it's on your Instagram. It's on my Instagram.
We're posing with the alien and we're just like... There was a fire at a gas station. I put it out with the hose.
Oh, my...
I put it out and I go inside. I was just like, yo, I just saved the whole place. Give me a Slurpee.
Yeah, it was like in the daytime.
He gave me
it was
a Slurpee.
in the daytime. And I remember I was like, yo, someone's smoking. And you were like, yo. And you like popped out of the car and just like started hosing down this fire somehow.
They had the hose right there. Turned on the spigot. It's like, dude, save the building. Give me a Slurpee.
He definitely gave you a Slurpee. Remember Illy?
It's ripping.
Illinois?
Oh, on your 21st birthday.
Yeah, but do you just remember playing CeeLo that one night in Italy? That was a good time.
Is this July 4th?
No, it's the night that I left with someone's girlfriend. And she, like, drove around all crazy. And I was gone for a really long time.
Oh, yeah. They weren't even dating. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
They weren't even dating.
Yeah,
so you were chill. I'm not even going to name names.
She was so hot.
She's got kids now.
Yeah, I bet. She's, like, big tits tatted up. She was, like, driving around, like, and, like, she even stopped and parked once.
And you were like, what's up?
No, I wasn't like, what's up? I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's go back to Maloof's.
Yeah, I was like, are we going to get the bottle or what? And she's like, oh, no, sorry, I just stopped. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know. I should have hit that. When I was 19, like, people had to tell me, like, oh, yeah, this girl wants to fuck you. Type shit.
I don't know if you were...
I was always like...
You only came to Illinois that 1 week.
Yeah, I was in LA for a week, and it was lit.
Cadge Money, July 4th birthday, comes to Chicago. I'm just going to tell you, in Chicago, 4th of July, it's fucking lit. Everybody's happy. It's the dead of summer. It's a little bit hot, but the winters are so brutal. Like, fucking people are just so happy, and everybody's outside.
Oh, yeah, the Midwest summers are the shit.
Like tank tops and
it's
jeans.
Like shit like that people actually don't know about in California. Like, how, like, Midwest summers are. Like, they're like, they're cool. They're cool.
Oh,
they're
everybody's
fun.
happy. And in the winter, everybody's salty. So you came, his birthday is on July 4th. It's his 21st birthday. I take Cadge Money to the bar that I've been going to since I was 17. Lit. And I just go, dude, you are in for it. Like, you ain't paying for shit tonight.
Sure didn't.
And he's just like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, man, everybody that comes up to me is going to buy me a drink, is going to buy you a drink.
Sure did.
And it fucking happened.
Sure
and
did.
we got blacked.
Oh, shit.
We went to the carnival. We did it all.
Yeah, we did do it all.
What were you going to say?
There's so many things I want to say in this interview that aren't appropriate.
Yeah. Well, inappropriate and incriminating are two different things.
Well, okay, there's so many things incriminating.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I have no felonies, by the way, if you're
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I still have like 2 points on my driver's
How many
license.
warrants?
Warrants, like in my life? Like, I don't think I have any warrants.
I got warrants.
I don't have a warrant. No, I don't
Dumb
even.
shit though. Like bike tickets, never taken care of.
Yeah, I don't have any warrants, dude.
Okay.
Just chilling.
So you want to chuck anything else in there? We've already said our goodbyes.
Yeah, you got the opener and the closer?
Dude, I got it all.
You got it all.
Mm-hmm.
You just...
We're getting better at it. We're 4 in.
Or 4?
This is number 4.
Of what?
4th booth.
Oh, okay, yeah. In the gully?
Yeah.
This one's probably a good one.
Anyone who's still listening, we're improving. We're getting better at it.
Yeah.
Anyone out there listening, send beats. Cash Money's trying to fucking get off the Kanye West stolen beat scheme.
Yeah, that's my biggest hit, man. Almost 200 views, dog. 200 listens.
Obviously
That's
the
lit.
best beat.
That's
But you can't
lit.
take hate because you made your own beats. That's fire.
Yeah.
I
for
respect
sure.
that a lot.
I love making beats.
I also respect that you're doing what you're doing and that you came through and talked to me, man. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah. It was a pleasure.